Hi guys, Oliver asked me to do a breakdown of Berowne's monologue from Love Labour's Lost. Thus pour the stars down, plagues for perjury. And I didn't have time to do a full YouTube video on it, so I'm actually going to do a really quick casual breakdown of it here. So this is a tricky monologue in that it is hard to find info for. There are not great translations online for it. I even tried getting like a Kindle edition of the Folger Shakespeare edition of it, and it really wasn't helpful at all. And so this is one of those cases where actually what you need to do is Google particular phrases, and you need your Shakespeare glossary. And then you need a little bit of common sense and knowledge of the play. But you'd be surprised how far a little bit of Googling will take you. Sometimes just breaking down, rather than Googling like, what does this whole monologue mean? Or even this whole line, Google specific things like Blind Harper's Song, or I don't know, I'm trying to think of something else here, like visit and stuff like that. So you're getting a picture of like specific little bits rather than trying to get Google to answer the full question for you. So let's go really quickly through it. The tricky thing about this monologue is that it's Berowne, and he is being really over the top while saying, I'm not going to be over the top anymore, but he really is. So you're going to have to find as an actor a way to kind of, he believes his own bullshit, is the way that I would say it. He means it, but he's also still kind of full of crap. So that's your balance that you have to find. So when he first says, thus pour the stars down, plagues for perjury, he's saying, well, you found us out, and the stars, like the heavens, the fates are going to rain down plagues on us because we, were caught in this lie. But, like, why is he saying it like that? Because that's what he does. And then he goes on to say, like, I'm not going to do these big speeches anymore in the middle of a big speech. This is what the whole monologue is about. So it's kind of beautiful and romantic, but also a little bit full of shit, which is kind of like what the play is about, actually. Can any face of brass hold longer out? So he's talking about Rosalind there and how she's like, she's holding out from him. She doesn't, she sees right through him. And the face of brass is kind of like a reference to like a statue made of brass, but he's saying like that she's got like a stony face. Here stand I, lady, dart thy skill at me. And by skill, he means like your, kind of your word, the skill that she has in wordplay and intelligence. Bruise me with scorn, confound me with a flout. So all of that is again to do with that wit that she has, and he's basically like, take a shot at me with your amazing wits. So pay attention to the imagery that he's using and really play on that imagery because he loves it. He enjoys it as a character. So you need to enjoy it as an actor as well. Thrust thy sharp wit quite through my ignorance. And like some of it's a little bit like a bit sexy there. Cut me to pieces with thy keen conceit. Again, all this, it basically means the same thing. So you've got to really think about like which one is bigger and which one does he really paint a picture with. How do you get variety when you're basically saying the same thing over and over? And I will wish thee never more to dance, nor never more in Russian habit wait. So he's saying like, you win, I won't ask you to dance anymore, I've given up, and I'm not going to dress up and pretend that I'm something else. Like you caught us. Oh, never will I trust to speeches penned, nor to the motion of a schoolboy's tongue, nor never come and visit to my friend, nor woo in rhyme like a blind harper's song. Now, of course, again, he is actually rhyming there, so he's kind of full of rubbish. So all of that, he's basically saying, I'm going to give up all this kind of big poetic stuff. Now, motion of a schoolboy's tongue, I'm actually not sure what he's referring to there, but I would take it as like a schoolboy, kind of like a young boy that has big ideas and is kind of full of rubbish, like he is. And never come and visit to my friend. So friend is a word that they would use for like someone that they were courting, or like, yeah, someone that they want to be a lover. And visitors, of course, he's referring to the Russian thingies that they were wearing. And a blind harper's song. Apparently blind harpers were painted in, I think in caves. I think it was an Egyptian thing. And this is one that you can just Google. And their songs were very optimistic, I believe. So I might have kind of paraphrased that badly, but that gives you a sense of like overly naive person wooing someone in rhyme and being completely out of their depth and full of crap, like he is right now. Again, it's all this kind of weird hypocrisy layered in there. Taffeta phrases, silken terms precise, three-piled hyperbole, spruce affectation, figures pedantical. So all of these, again, he's kind of saying the same thing over and over in a really picturesque way. So taffeta phrases, silken terms precise. He's using imagery of beautiful, materials that people would be wearing. Three-piled hyperboles, so exactly what he's doing right now, like layering on all these terms. Spruce affectation. Now I would take that as kind of when someone's sprucing themselves up, they're kind of like trying to make themselves look good. So he's talking about all this is kind of painting a picture of someone that layers themselves in the way that they dress, I guess, so he's dressing himself in these amazing terms, but he's saying, I'm not going to be like that anymore. I'm going to be plain spoken, which he goes on to say in a minute. Figures pedantical, that's to do with the phrasing. So when he's saying figures, he's just talking about figures of speech. These summer flies have blown me full of maggot ostentation. I love that line because, oh my God, what a load of rubbish. He's sort of talking about, the way that I interpret it is that the summer flies, it's sort of like the beginning of something, and it ended up like he's been overblown with it. And it's actually, these are things that have kind of ended up, they sound like something good, but they've ended up being disgusting. I don't think I've explained that very well. I might think about how I can explain that more and drop it in the comments. I do forswear them, so I'm giving them up, I'm putting them aside, and I hear protest by this white glove. And this is a bit of a play on the glove. I think he gave her gloves before. How white the hand, God knows. So he's sort of saying like you don't really need gloves, and a white hand is usually referring to like innocence as well. Henceforth my wooing mind shall be expressed in russet yeas and honest kersey nose. And so that's what he's saying. I'm going to be plain spoken now. And he might, put on a bit of an accent. I don't know what accent that was. It's a country accent. And to begin, wench, he's playing into that. So help me, la. Now, I don't know where the la comes from. I'm sure I knew at one point. So if you know, drop me a comment. Otherwise, I'm going to look into that. My love to thee is sound, sans crack or flaw. Now, la and flaw should kind of rhyme, because it should be a rhyming couplet to end, but it sort of doesn't work so well the way we say it. So he's saying like, this is the plainest way I can say it is, I love you, and it's strong and it's true, and there's nothing that could break it. That's kind of the sans crack or flaw thing. I don't think he's trying to say that his love is perfect. I think he's saying his love is strong. And of course, Rosaline, I think, is going to be like, what a load of rubbish, because she's too smart for him. I think the women generally are too smart for the guys in this play. Although it might just be saying that because I played the princess a while ago in a production, so that might just be having a big head. I hope that was helpful, Oliver, and people out there. Yeah, let me know your questions. Let me see what I can break down further. Yeah, good luck with everything. See you guys next time.